You've been taught to look everywhere else but within, to chase validation, applause, approval, as if power was something the world just hands out. But here's the truth: your power was never outside of you. It's not in your following, it's not in their opinions, it's not in their titles. Your power is your mind, your resilience, your beliefs. And the moment you stop waiting for permission from the world, that's the moment you tap into a strength no one can take from you. It's like pouring into your cup. And as you pour, you must trust that what you pour will eventually pay off. And that what you pour will bear fruit. And trust that what you pour is in alignment with your purpose. I know you felt it. The outside world always leaves you empty. That's because what's meant to fill you is already burning inside of you, waiting to be unleashed. So what happens outside of you doesn't matter. The only thing that truly matters is what's within. You must know what you desire to fill your cup. And you can't fill your cup if you're trying to pour in everything at once. So focus. Because it only takes one pour and one purpose to overfill your cup. It's like someone going to school to be a surgeon and a nurse at the same time. It ain't gonna work. You'll never see the harvest if you keep switching fields. Pick one path and see it all the way through. That's where your reward lives. You've been given every tool needed to solve your problems, but you're too busy looking outside of yourself rather than within. So tell me, how can the outside world tell you how to fix battles that never fought? Only you know the weight that you carry, and only you hold the key to your healing, and only you truly know what you need. The outside world would only tell you what is not possible. There's something inside of you that knows it's possible, but instead of listening to that fire within, you allow the world to dim it. You mean to tell me you gonna let outside doubt set limits on your inner greatness? You keep feeling that tug, that whisper, that war within, saying you built for more. But instead of trusting that voice, you mute it, just to hear what the outside world has to say about you? Steady listening to opinions that hold no weight. But the world wasn't giving your vision, you was. So how long are you going to keep silencing the voice that actually knows you? The outside noise is relentless, breathing down your neck, screaming that you can't do it, that is impossible, that you should just quit. It points out your flaws, lies at your preparations, and it spits on your effort, calling it a waste of time. And still, you choose to let that voice live rent-free in your head? Meanwhile, your passion is pounding on the walls of your chest. Your inner voice is screaming on his knees, saying that you was built for this, that you got this. Now prove them wrong. And now it makes me wonder, why are you just sitting there and allowing the outside world to just sabotage you, letting them bully you, look down on you, spit on your name? Because if you weren't okay with it, you would have been got up a long time ago. You letting them crawl inside your head, twist your thoughts, and convince you that the greatness that you have inside of you is a lie? You letting them rob you of your shine, strip you of your gift, and walk away what was already yours. As if you never had the guts to claim it in the first place. So how much longer are you going to be a willing accomplice in the theft of your own destiny? You can feel your greatness, your gift, your light, and your power within, but it's slipping through the grips of your hands because you're allowing the outside world to manipulate you into giving away something that already had your name on it. The gift that was given to you through birth was meant to stay in your possession, not you gifting it away, but was meant to never leave your hands. At least, if you're going to give something away, make sure it's fair exchange. Because with fair exchange, there is no robbery. But that's not the case for you. You willingly let the outside world take what was rightfully yours. And the only thing you got back in return is cold. No value, no fairness. It was never a fair exchange. So why give it up in the first place? Now you sitting there looking like you just realized you've been played. The voice telling you it's impossible. The ones hoping you fail. The ones throwing their own fears at you. This is just the noise of the outside world. They gave up on their dreams. So when they see you still chasing yours, still believing in yourself, still refusing to dim your light, it stirs something within them. You remind them of the person they used to be before they let the world talk them out of their gifts. That's why they try to pull you down. And that's why their hate for you seems to be so strong. Because when they see you, they see the reflection of the version of themselves that they gave up on. You take it personal, thinking that they hate because they just don't like you. But it ain't that simple. You remind them of the person that they wish they never abandoned. The person that they could have been if they just silenced the outside noise. But instead of letting that inspire them to rise back into the version of themselves that once walked into their power, they choose the easier path, joining the rest of the world and trying to drag you down. Hoping that you'll end up just like them, defeated, and disconnected from your gift. When some people see confidence, it exposes their insecurities, and they act like it's your fault that they're not confident in themselves. So they try to tear you down, to drop your confidence lower than theirs. So just so they can feel superior. But hear me out. You was created to be a king, chosen, a light that was meant to shine. Never dim it, never take off your crown, and never shrink yourself to sit with people who refuse to rise themselves to your level. If your greatness makes them uncomfortable, then let it. That's their battle, not yours. Don't let their insecurities, their self-hate, or their doubts become yours. Let your inner voice be loud like thunder, making the outside world fade into silence. Step forward with courage, confidence, and conviction, because you've chosen to bet on yourself. The world can talk, but you'll be too busy winning. You must realize how powerful you are, that vision in your heart was placed there because you're strong enough, wise enough, and capable enough to bring it into life. If you weren't able to do it, you never would have been given the vision in the first place. That dream in your heart, that's your proof that you're capable of greatness. Always bet on yourself. Always put trust in yourself. Always believe in yourself. And always see yourself as nothing but greatness. Because only you get to decide your worth. And only you can place titles on yourself. And only you can make that vision real. What is it that makes you doubt yourself so much? Why are you letting the outside world decide who you are? When deep inside you know the truth, that the person that you really are isn't the same as the label they try to stick on you. What is this, an identity crisis you going through? Standing there taking the name tag that the world gave to you as you hand over your power while it dims your light. For the outside world has its limits. The outside world can be negative. The outside world can be harsh. But your inner world has no limits. It has the power to be whatever it is that you want it to be. So how about you take back your power and quiet the noise and focus within and let your power speak louder than an outside world. Allow the outside world to be the hammer that strikes the steel of your inner power, forging you into an unshakable greatness. For the world will test you, not to tear you down, but to help you rise stronger with every lesson learned. So shift your focus from the weight of the problem to the wisdom inside every storm has to offer. And if you carry the lesson, you'll come out greater than when you went in. For you are greater than anything you face. Circumstances bend to you, not the other way around. Never let the outside world shrink you down to the size of your problems. The Most High didn't place you in this storm to abandon you there. It's because he knew you had the strength to carry through it. It's because he knew that inside that storm was the very thing that you needed to make you greater. So don't listen to the outside world. What you facing isn't important because God has a plan for you. Your steps is ordained. No human, no man, no woman can take away what is already yours. So I want you to ask yourself, what's driving you? If you chasing it just to showboat, just to prove to others, you'll always be chained to the opinions of others. But if you chasing it for you, no voice outside of yourself will ever shake your path. Because when your purpose runs deep, the noise of the world fades away. Opinions can come and go. But the reason you started will always give you strength. Your dream wasn't given to them, it was given to you. And that alone makes it worth protecting, pursuing, and bringing it to life. So remember, you are phenomenal. And if anybody tells you otherwise,